I came across this article this morning and I found it very insightful for brands, fashion brands in particular in this article, how they are trying to survive and weather the storm of coronavirus. Some brands only have a retail presence, which to me I find very naive, right? In 2020, how could your priority be foot traffic? You you have to have an online presence. And one of the brands that the article touches upon is this brand. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. First department store you can see on the top left in the US is Neiman Marcus. Well, you know what? It's unfortunate. A couple hours ago, it's almost certain that Neiman is going to file for bankruptcy this week. So, as any entrepreneur who wishes to build a brand in this generation, I think the go-to strategy is a Shopify platform or another platform that gives you e-commerce flexibility. And we opted with Shopify. Previously, I launched TMT on Squarespace, and then we transitioned to Magento. But for the time being, Beverly Hills is built on Shopify, and that's our priority. Being in brick and mortar is not. It's about building the online presence, building a fan base digitally, the power of the fingertip at hitting submit, upload to connect with the audience worldwide. Nothing beats that. Stores close. If not due to coronavirus, due to employee hours, right? So I know a lot of high-end brands require people to walk in and do the fitting. That's the determining factor if they're going to buy this piece for $500 to $1,000. I get that. But there's also another brand in the article. They talk about s.nine by Susanna Sue. She took a slightly different approach with this economic downturn. She started sending out newsletters with book recommendations, maybe tips on getting through quarantine, and having that one-on-one connection with their fan or a recipient of a newsletter, I think is very smart. It's great maneuvering. And she kind of takes it a step further. She sends out packages on request for buyers of her brand to try on at home. There's no commitment, but it's a way for her to stay relevant and do something different that I have not heard or mentioned in any other fashion article. So this article in the South China Morning Post today was very insightful. And there was also this other brand who kind of, in these luxury, high-end, the sector of fashion design, a lot of them depend on fashion shows, whether it's New York, Paris Week, etc. They have to do a runway. They have models flaunting their clothes, and unfortunately, in this type of situation where materials are delayed or factory production is delayed, they were closed, they're reopening, everybody's slow to get back on their feet, they can't get the samples they need for a catwalk. So this one brand was very novel, and it's pronounced, I don't know, Jordan, Jourden. She, right here, it says, created 10 computer-generated virtual looks to showcase alongside 12 real-life creations. And yeah, that's smart. A lot of the world is very embracing of 3D. All right, Coachella, Tupac, I think that's the future. Why not get on it now? It's more flexibility in creating the model that you want to model your clothes. I'm sure there's a company that's going to be booming after this. But yeah, so think outside the box. Times like this, there's always opportunity. If we go back to, let's see, did I have the Jordan's website? Oh, it is her. Yeah, okay, so she created the virtual models. Great. There's a Neiman article. That's the S.9 site. And I also had the Instagram put up for Jordan. Just curious, take a look. I didn't really click into anything. But just, she's got her own look. Cool. Like, we hope that she survives the Neiman collapse, and that her web shop, which says website coming soon, comes sooner than later. But in conclusion, like right when the coronavirus started getting serious with these mandatory quarantine orders and essential businesses only mandates from the governors, I started getting a flurry of newsletter emails from the brands I'm subscribed to. And Nike and Adidas are a couple of them. What I don't understand is, in the times like this, where it's very uncertain where a lot of people's next paychecks are coming from, and sure, for me, I really don't even buy shoes anymore. I liked one design from Adidas, and maybe I bought 6 pairs. It's good. There's no compelling reason for me to shop either Adidas or Nike right now. There's nothing that I need, right? Like at the end of the day, fashion is not something we need. So I don't know. I maybe I missed a newsletter, maybe I missed a tweet or a post, but given the severity, right, the virality of coronavirus, why hasn't Nike or Adidas come out with a mask that they will just send to anybody who has placed an online order? These masks can easily be made in their factories. I think they're probably going to cost 25, 50 cents, most $1. And let's say you cap it. First 5 million customers to do something, to engage with the post, to do a tweet, to do a retweet or something that shows that the brand actually puts customer care ahead of profit. This is how you make impact. This is how you build a legacy that people will always remember, because we will get through coronavirus, but there will probably be another virus that spreads next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But we will always remember that one brand that said, hey, we care about our customer safety, and we're going to demonstrate a gesture of kindness. Thank you for supporting our brand in the past. However they decide upon the first 5 million, first 10 million, or first million, whatever the number is. I just feel like brands at that caliber should be and need to be doing something that differentiates themselves from their competitors. And that's how you will get my brand loyalty for a very long time. All right, that's it for this episode.